Well, hello and welcome to PGz Games. Today we're going to be talking about generating massive cities and all the different cities in between, massive maps and a few extras too. I've been a busy bee creating plenty of mods to replace the ones from Alpha 21, and all of these are compatible for the new V1 version 1 of 7 Days to Die. Now there's always someone out there, I know it's not you, but I know there's always someone who whinges, but you could have told me that right at the beginning, so let me tell you what we're going to go through today, and then the decent players can continue watching the video, hitting all the nice buttons of course, and enjoying some information about them. So number one, what have we got? Well, let's start off with the cities. You don't generate forest cities anymore. Lots of comments I've had have been about, well, I haven't managed to get any towns or cities or anything. There are only little towns that are made now. Now I've got a mod for that, and now all the standard cities are brought back into the forest when you generate a map. The second one is default big cities. Now I know beforehand in Alpha 21, if you watch my video and use the mod, I made a big city mod, but now that's actually incorporated into the game, and when you generate a map then you will see that there are big cities generated only in the wasteland. So I now have a mod that basically allows that to happen in all the biomes, which is lovely because it just kind of brings it back to how it was, and it gives you a choice when generating those maps. I've also made a couple of boosted big cities, so that means I've messed around with the code just to kind of make them a little bit bigger. There is the standard version of the mod, so if you're interested in that, but again just in the wasteland, like how they want you to play the game, and of course boosted in all biomes, so you can get some nice boosted big cities in all of the areas of your map. And of course I have to have made a Massive Cities mod, and that is a lot easier in version 1.0. The code allows me to do that, so I've had a good mess around. So I've removed towns and Old West. They don't exist on the map. We just generate cities and we get some right whoppers. I'm going to show you some huge ones today. And again, those in the know, you know that I made a 12k and 14k map generation built into game. Unfortunately, the mod that I wrote does not work in version 1, but it has been all edited and upgraded. I've put into default and advanced generation 11k, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16k maps, so you can now generate any size you wish. All the mods are compatible with each other, so you can kind of layer them up and get the best thing that you want. And of course, as per request, well, people just want to meet good old Jen in the forest, so I've swapped Jen and Wrecked, and there's a mod for that too. Of course, all of these mods are available at Nexus Mods, and the links are in the description below. So join me as we have a look at the results of using some of these mods, and I'll explain in detail first how we actually implement them and the standard settings that you need to make the best out of them. So again, welcome to PGz Games. My name's PGz. Please, if you may, and you've got this far in the video, just hit that subscribe button. It's the biggest and simplest thing that you can do to help support me. Let's get stuck in. So of course, I must start by at least showing you how to install the mods. I have a more detailed video on that, which will be linked in a card above and the description below. You need to get yourself to your app data roaming 7 Days to Die folder. And if you don't have already, then you need to create a new folder that is called mods with a capital M, and then inside here you're going to paste in the files that you've downloaded from Nexus Mod or another site, and when you put it in there, if it's correct, then you'll have a folder, and within that folder, within the mods, you will then see the modinfo.xml. Then you know it's ready and it should work. So first, quickly, let's look at the Forest Jen mod. All I've done here is swapped Trader Wrecked and Trader Jen. So as you start the game, the first trader you're going to come to is Jen in the forest. Then as you go through the progression, you'll come across Wrecked in the burnt forest, and then it will be just like normal. Please note that this does not change existing games or existing saves. So don't be booting up Naversgain or one of the pre-gen maps and saying, but I've got your mod on there. No, you've got to generate a map and it will fix that issue for you there.
I've got goods. Come have a look.
I'll put a link above for my how to generate maps in version 1.0, but this is what we're going to do today. We're going to do everything through default, and we're going to use the little seed PG mods. It just means I'm going to keep it the same so we can compare files, and all we're going to do is we're going to generate a world, complete default world, because I'm going to compare this now to our next mod, which is the Forest Cities. So at the moment we're going to see what it looks like without the mod, and then I'll quickly show you what it looks like with the mod. So here's our default generation, and you can see that in the forest zone there are no cities. In all the other zones by default you get the cities, and you can see this with the yellow and the light blue tiles, or the very large POIs that have been placed there. None at all in the middle, and it would be good to have some. That's what this mod does. So let's run that and see what the result is. So there's our generation with the mod included, and the forest zone here has of course some beautiful cities. We can see the blue and yellow POIs all lined up around the edges. Now I don't see anything, very little actually, in the desert here, but hey, that's just the generation. We're going to keep using this world seed for now. You just need to change things up, and then you might find something a little bit better. But the whole point is we're back to as it used to be. I hope that is what you need. I know there's some people have requested it, so enjoy the mod. Next is the Big Cities in All Biomes mod, and having a look at the map in front of us, we can see in the wasteland there on the top at the left slightly a slightly larger city. That is now a default in the game generation. In the code from the fun pimps, that is known as a city big. So I've installed the default big cities, as in the default game generation ones in all biomes. The mod is installed now. We've got our world seed here, but there is something you have to do. If you were to generate right now and I hit that button, I'm actually going to get the same map as I just showed you. So for all the mods that I show you from now on, we need more flat space. So what we've got to do, and your best option, this is how I've optimized the mods, is to make plains 100% and get rid of the hills and the mountains. Without the space, they just cannot generate. It's even better, and again, this is how I've optimized these, to make the towns many and get rid of rivers, craters, cracks, and lakes. Feel free, of course, to mess about with all the options in the world seed, but let's see what we get when we generate this setup that we'll be using from now on in the rest of the video. Oh, you have to love these faster generation times, and here it is. This is our default map, but you can see a difference. There is the big city, or the city big as the game calls it, but the big city in the wasteland, roughly as we had before. But now look at that bad boy. That is a beautiful looking forest zone, and plenty of things happening everywhere, including the desert at last. But that's what you get. Default stuff. I can make them bigger. I can make them juicier. That's where we're going to head next. The boosted big cities for standard gen now, just very quickly before I show you all biomes, because people might want to play the game like it is supposed to be now, where you only get these things in the wasteland. So there you go. The wasteland has some serious big cities now, but this is default, of course, so we don't see anything in the forest and we don't see anything in the others. No big cities there or anything. And that's the whole point. You can add all these different mods together, so you could have some stuff in the middle as well, and you can mess about and maybe put Jen in there. You can just layer my mods up and get the best map that you want. Well, actually, I was just looking at my list and I saw that there's another mod that I forgot about that I didn't mention at the beginning, so a bonus at the end. Let's have a look at this one. We can see now, well, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of POIs available here with the boosted big cities all biomes mod. Every single biome has got the big cities in there. They've got them boosted, and you can see there's a lot that you can get on with here. A wonderful little map, a little weird few squiffy roads, but it's going to be fun to play. So let's do this. It is standard stuff. PGz mods, that's our seed we've used today. We're going to go big amount of towns. We're going to get rid of everything that's in the way. We're going to make it as flat as heck, and we are going to hit that button. This is the Massive Cities mod. Here we go, and look at the result for this 8K map. We have absolutely chock-a-blocked the place with giant cities, which is fantastic. Oh yes, I hear you. I hear you. What's it look like at 10K? Now, when the maps get bigger, 7 Days to Die pauses for a very long time, saying finished terrain generation time, maybe for you 7 seconds. So just hold on, it will get through it. So there you go, a 10K version of it. What do you think? That is certainly a lot there. So, yeah, sorry, what was that? Well, I can't do the same thing and the same mod for a 6K for the small maps. Well, okay, I'll show you. There you go, 6K, full of beautiful things. You over there? Well, oh, you only do 4K. Well, yeah, let's give it a go. And there we go, 4K as well. Well, you can't cram too much in there. It's not very big, but they are big cities. Get your face in them. And there's a 2K. Yeah, okay. It don't work with 2Ks, all right? Just don't bother. And we don't stop there, of course. If you hit new game and you've put in the all map size generation mod, then you will find not just 8 to 10, but you'll also get 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is the same in the advanced generation. There we go. We've got 9, of course, in the advanced generation, but we can also get 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Everything is there. Be prepared to wait and have some of those old times again, because it surely does take a little bit of a while to generate these. If I just do a complete standard here, so I get my PGz mods on here, I don't change anything, I just hit the button. Let's see how long it takes. So there we have it. It has taken about 3 minutes and 42 seconds on my moderately good PC here. And you can see that, well, it does spread a few things about here. Not a lot, but that's why you can mix and match all of my mods to get the perfect deal that you want. Does it make big giant cities? Well, you're just going to have to find out by downloading them and giving it a go. And the bonus little mod is Roadside Traders. By default, they're off in game. I have got the mod on here. This is the default map we started with nothing besides PG mods as the seed, and there you have it. Oops a daisy. There you have it, a trader queue out in the snow, but on a main road. And if we go around, we might find another, but of course it's just luck. You've got to get generating. There's another there, and yeah, enjoy. So that was a lot of information, and I have plenty more mods in me and plenty more of my old ones to fix up. It's been a roller coaster. We have been through all the different size cities, all the way up to mega cities. Of course, you can get Jen back in the forest, you can generate cities in the forest, you can have those roadside traders back, and of course you can have maps of any size up to 16K now. Of course, begging for your subscription is our job as YouTubers, so do it, because for you it's like, oh, I can't be bothered. For me, it's like the video actually gets shown elsewhere. Also, of course, if you put a comment and if you reply to somebody else's comment, it does wonders for the old algorithm. But anyway, that's up to you. But just thank you so much for being here at this point. It means so much that you've watched the video. Some other videos are about to appear on the screen. Read that description, join the Discord, download those mods, enjoy 7 Days to Die 1.0. It's just going to get better. So I'll see you later. Goodbye.